I know that there was a gentleman, I can't remember his name, that raised the issue of the over-militarization of the region, the too much police checkpoints and all of that on that particular day. But I do not know that, I don't think the president actually responded to that particular question. And I was surprised also to see, correct me if I'm wrong, that the issue of Nnamdi Kanu was not raised in that forum. Maybe bring us up to speed as to why. Prof.
So, thank you so much. Happy New Year to you again. I'm not sure why the issue of Nnamdi Kanu was not raised, but I think that all the security issues were discussed, and you mentioned that you don't think Mr. President had responded to that particular comment. But if you recall that the conversation was around how we were going to drive security with technology. And it was, in his comment, he said he was in support of integrating security more so that we don't have so many boots on the ground as it relates to checkpoints. So in Enugu State, what we have put in significant investment in ensuring that we use technology to drive most of our security issues in the state. You recall that he came to commission our Command and Control Center. And in the Command and Control Center, we believe that His Excellency has put in significant investment, which he also talked about, that investment in technology is something that in technology for security.
Hi people, welcome back to Christy TV. We all know that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu visited Enugu State about a few days ago. So during this visit, Peter Nnamdi, the governor of Enugu State, said that they are no longer observing sit at home in Enugu State, that their people go to work every day of the week and they no longer take orders from non-state actors, Governor Peter Obi, on IPOB and terrorists in the southeast. This is his statement, which also was captured on video. Now, people are saying that the reason why these people don't want to talk about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is that they are afraid of the great influence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has on his people, which happens to be the Igbos and even the South, and what he could do with it if he is set free. Remember that yesterday was Barrister ALOY EJIMAKOR's visit to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and there was also a letter from the Federal High Court of Appeal, which happens to be in Abuja, sent a letter to resume the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And ALOY EJIMAKOR equally have responded to that particular letter. Since NYAKO, the Justice NYAKO was asked to step down from this particular case, according to the defendant known as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now the Nigerian government has said that woman back to go and continue the case. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now asking why. Why should someone that is asked to excuse herself to step down from his case that is not handling the way he wants? Is it a crime for someone to say, no, this lawyer is corrupt, he's not doing the right thing, change lawyer for me, give me another lawyer? Yes, it is the right of any person you are trying in any court of law all over the world to have a say in their cases. And when my correct people, they might allow you guys to watch the rest of the video. In this video, this man is being asked question in this channel television interview. The question is, why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release was not raised in this particular meeting between Bola Ahmed Tinubu and President and the governor of Enugu State, knowing too whether he visited to commission other roads and other works done by the new governor, and he equally applauded him that he doesn't care which party he comes from, but he's doing a great work. That is how Bola Ahmed Tinubu commended the good works of Peter Mba of Enugu State. Now the question is, insecurity in the country is quite alarming. It's too much, especially in the southeast of the country. And we know into whether the sit-at-home that the all southeastern states observe every Monday is as a result of the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then why can't the so-called Nigerian government free this man since they know that he committed a treason felony against this man? Why they don't want to release this man? Why? And people are now using this avenue to commit all kinds of crime, and they will not say that it is IPOB. Look at what is happening also. Local government of Imo State also happens to be in Olu zone side. It is the boundary between Anambra State and Imo State, if you are going to our mama side. So now people have been slaughtered on daily basis. Innocent souls are being wasted here and there as a result of the insecurity terrorizing the southern part of the country, especially in Imo State at the moment. Anyway, my God, people, then watch the rest of the video and stay tuned for more. If you never subscribe to our YouTube channel, please kindly do what to subscribe. Turn on the notification button so you get notified whenever we post our latest content. Christy TV got to come.
It's something that he commends and something that he supports completely. But the emphasis on the militarization of the area, as the gentleman laid it, was around the checkpoints as it relates to the cost of goods, logistics, and the implication of that on inflation as it relates to a pass-through cost to the consumer. That was what we were talking about. So it focused really about economic development, the implication of all the checkpoints, and how it affects the cost, the final cost of the product on the masses. And that was the context of the conversation.
Honorable Member Dennis, so I don't know whether let me take it to Mr. Dennis on this one. Mr. Dennis, I don't know whether you understand or you are privy to why the issue of Nnamdi Kanu was not raised. Because the reason I'm going back there is because whenever I had conversation, even with some of the leaders, including governors, I know that Chukwuma Soludo, the governor, had made constant appeal. People like Senator Barry Bay, they've talked about this whole issue of Nnamdi Kanu. I was feeling like, I'm sure lots of Nigeria will also feel the fact that the president was present in the Southeast. His very first official visit to the region this year, 2025, and the first visit to any other state besides coming to Lagos to rest. Why wasn't the issue of Nnamdi Kanu not raised? And do you think and agree that the area and the region is over-policed or militarized?
Thank you once again. Just like you said, the issue of Nnamdi Kanu has been raised in various fora. Various people have spoken and made requests concerning Nnamdi Kanu. And governors, different people have spoken about this particular subject. So the governor of Enugu State had a very remarkable opportunity to push forward the issue of the development of Enugu State, the infrastructural development, the harnessing of technology to drive our development. He invited the president to observe and see, witness what he is trying to do to develop our state. And I think that because that you can say, as you have already said, that the issue of Nnamdi Kanu has been belabored. It didn't need a repetition. It didn't need to take the little time or the amount of time that the president had to spend in Enugu State. I think that enough requests have been made, emphasis have been made, issues have been joined on that particular matter, and I didn't think that it was necessary for him again to come and start driving home the same point again that many other people have made. He had a lot of things to say about the development of the state, the educational sector, employment of technology in fighting crime, infrastructural development, and so on and so forth. So I think he managed his time very, very well, and focused attention on those things that maybe not too many people have spoken about or come from the angle that he is coming from. And I think that was a very good use of time.
People. So what I need to do is to clean out this description and then leave the place blank, because everybody there should now adopt the entire southeast portion that is the same as what the northeast describe themselves, or the northwest describe themselves, or the southwest describes themselves. So that is the second strategy that the caliphate are using to divide us. You get me? Now the other division that I've also discovered is the lingua franca. If you come to the north, the Hausas or Fulanis are the major tribe in the north. And they've adopted Hausa as the general language of communication in the north. The same thing if you go to the southwest. The Yorubas are the most populous tribe in the southwest. And they have adopted Yoruba as a major language spoken around this region. The Igbos are the most populous tribe in the southeast. But the Igbo language is not the chosen lingua franca, the chosen means of communication in the southeast region. Why is this so? We will come to that in other points, in other points. But when people speak the same language, it tends to create a bond. When a bureau man from Middle Belt is speaking Hausa always, there's a tendency that he will feel he's closer to the Hausa man than he is to the Igbo man that he doesn't speak his language. Or the bureau man that speaks the Hausa language every day will feel he's closer to the Hausa man than the Yoruba man that doesn't speak his language. The same thing with other tribes that stay in the southwest. When you tend to speak the language, you tend to have a feeling that you are close to the Yoruba people. So language, it creates bond. So we will come to that, but the fact that we don't have a social means of communication using one adopted language is also a reason why we are also divided. Then the other strategy that the caliphate has also used to divide us is the obnoxious...
As they hot, the southeastern governors, which happens to be the politicians, are the one holding Mazi Nnamdi in detention. We should not be deceived by the political rhetoric. The mouth, to release, they put their mouth that he should be released in the morning, and they sneak up to the government at the center of the night and ask the president not to release Mazi Nnamdi. So it is obvious that these politicians we are to demand in earnest, if actually they should demand in earnest, with all seriousness, all of them put their mouth together, that Mazi Nnamdi should be released forthwith, and they mount pressure on the Nigerian government. Fear you with me, believe me that the president would have no other option but to release the IPOB leader known as Mazi Nnamdi. Tinubu is a politician, and they granted one at that. So he knows it will be catastrophic for him if the politicians of the Southeast abandon him in 2027, when he will be seeking re-election. That alone will make him to oblige them. But no, those politicians are only paying lip service to Mazi Nnamdi, and they don't want him to be released. Someone that has been illegally detained from the DSS custody after a state kidnap staged in Kenya, committing treason felony crime against the citizens of the country. Do you understand it? Why would you travel all the way to Kenya to go and kidnap your citizen? Immediately, you do not try him in Kenya, and you know he's against the law. He's also a citizen of... Okay, we have not asked ourselves, why is it that the UK, Britain are not even putting mouth in anything that has to do with their own citizens, Mazi Nnamdi? Because they are the one strategizing things that are happening in the country. They know what they are gaining in one Nigeria. That is why they don't want to talk about the release of their own citizens. If it happens to another person, they will demand for its release immediately. But no, because it's Mazi Nnamdi, he's an Igbo man, he's a Biafran man. He's demanding for disintegration of the country. He wants to disintegrate. He's demanding for the freedom of his people, this and that. No. If they divide, how are we going to get our oil again? We'll not be able to get oil from Nigeria any longer. But in one Nigeria, we can be able to get, in fact, all the natural resources, all the natural endowment to ourselves. Do you get the point now? Anyway, my correct people, the way to Nagat talk concerning this matter, talk too long. As they have resumed 3-day visit of Mazi Nnamdi. The lawyer posted this thing yesterday, which happens to be 7th of January 2025, that Mazi Nnamdi is good. That is also wishing everyone out there well, and we are still waiting for his pitiful release. This is all we are saying. They should free Mazi Nnamdi. Free Mazi Nnamdi for us. That man have suffered a lot. The way that the people are detaining our leader Mazi Nnamdi, they have not even captured Boko Haram that way. The injustice meted on Mazi Nnamdi, they have not even used it to give justice to millions, to thousands of Nigerians that we are buyed by terrorists. After they capture those terrorists, they will still tell you that they are repented, and they will put them in Nigerian army, send them to go and kill many people in the southeast of the country. Do you see it? And General Musa will come on air to tell you that they are not killing, that is the IPOB that are killing. Which IPOB? Your statement on air and that of Asiridokubo have proven to the whole wide world that all the mayhems happening in the southeast of the country are being triggered by Nigerian militaries and Asiridokubo's men. So why denying the fact that you've gone around in the southeast killing southeasterners youth? At the end of the day, you came online to say it, and we are being intervened by the white man. You bluntly say that you have not done so. So it shows that you people are obeying white men. You fear, you have fear. You, in fact, you prefer to answer white men people. You know, you like to lie to. You want to lie to them when the truth are always all over the social media. And you can come to black land in our land, then you can say the truth that nothing will happen. That if you say the truth in our land, nothing will happen. And then you will try to cover your faces while you have been intervened by another man's and your fellow man that just have different colors. Anyway, my correct people them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said all these things previously before, this mayhem before him has exposed so many things happening now. And all these man's teachings and revelation, they have all come to pass. Doing what is happening now, even Fulani, Hausa, and Yoruba war that has been eliminated for some days now. So many things has been going on since Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention, and now Mazi Simon Ekpa is also in detention in Finland. So the rate of chaos happening in the southeast is too much. The rate of killing is too much. And some people are looking for whom to blame. You're blaming your own brothers. You shouldn't blame. That energy, you should direct it to the Nigerian government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For how many years this man has been in detention? Nothing good has been done. Anyway, tell us in the comment section your own opinion regarding this. I love you guys and thank you for watching.